What's up, everybody? John Dorsey here from workingonlineandhome.com. I'm gonna start doing book readings, ebook readings, article readings, stuff I think that you'll have that you'll find will be really valuable for your online success or your offline success. Whatever you want to achieve in life, I think these book readings will be of extreme value to you. It'll be extreme value to me because I'm sure I'll learn something along the way. So uh, I hope you like it. And I think the first one will be on personal development. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get started.
Okay, as you heard in the lead-in, we're going to talk about personal development. It's called practical personal development, the most popular personal development concepts. And I think you'll get a lot out of this. I think this will help you make witty decisions in your personal development journey and bravely follow up. This means bearing the maturity to take 100% responsibility for your wellness, your vocation, your monetary resources, your relationships, your emotions, your habits, and your spiritual notions. It calls for taking a deep look at yourself, consciously choosing what sort of individual you really are on the inside, and then getting your outside reality to be congruous with your interior being. The goal is to help you accomplish outstanding effectiveness while sustaining inner balance, where your notions, feelings, actions, and skills are all working collectively to produce the life you really want. These personal development themes will serve as a great start if you're starting off in personal development. They'll put you on the correct track to be in control of any situation, accomplish goals, and become a better individual. So don't live in the scarcity mentality. This is a psychological state where thoughts of rivalry originate. If you know that there's not enough to go around, you'll attempt to rush to take something from somebody else. It might be hard for you to think that rivalry is wrong as it is so highly valued in our society. It feels like every politician or other well-paid employee thinks that solely by competition you get what you need. But that's why they're employees. They don't realize that by not participating in competition, they become independent and free, even as their natural state ought to be. When you recognize that competition is wrong and quit trying to gain something at other people's expense, you step by step fall into the abundance mentality. You begin to recognize that you are able to get everything you think of. And this assures you that there will be more than enough of everything for everybody. However, what if you still are in scarcity mentality and don't know how to get out of it? You'll need to introduce a positive affirmation in your daily life. It may sound like this one: I see abundance every place. Or it may be put in this way: there's more than enough resources in the world for everybody. Whichever attracts you more. You'll likewise need to train your eyes not to see what you don't wish to come up in your life. If you wish to eliminate the thoughts of scarcity, direct your care to the manifestations of abundance. Look at lush nature, deluxe cars, singing morning birds, positive and wealthy individuals, royal buildings, whatsoever you affiliate with abundance. There are a lot of wealth symbols to choose from. It simply depends on which symbols constitute riches to you. I may view nature and see the pure proof of abundance on this earth. Yet other people may see abundance symbols by viewing new gadgets and lavish clothes. When you train your eyes to center on such symbols, you begin the originative process in you. Your thinking will absolutely shift as you no longer see poverty manifestations. By always looking at wealth symbols, you'll develop desire to become abundant. As now you easily center on abundance, you have no difficulty in producing thoughts of abundance. These thoughts will manifest in your life, bringing in everything you deeply thought about. An abundance mindset tells you that there are constantly new chances and opportunities. This frees much of the pressure you might feel if you have a scarcity mindset that makes you believe that you only got this shot right now. What makes you feel like a perfect failure simply because you just bumbled and things didn't work out. An abundance mindset lets you see life in a more long-term perspective. And it may help you better your performance because you're producing a lot less pressure and anxieties inside your own brain. If you have a scarcity mindset, then you'll likely take things too seriously. You might think to yourself, if I fail, the sky will fall. And it likely won't. But you believe it will. You become excessively nervous and you've produced a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure as your inner self-created negativity puts obstructions on your path to success. This is where starting to meditate or doing meditation comes in. Meditation puts down a great foundation to success. It grooms mental soil for the seeds of abundance, as if you choose to do it. Meditation does away with negative thinking and gets rid of damaging emotions from your head. I'm not precisely sure why that occurs, but it may be because with practice of meditation, you get into a lower frequency of brain activity. In that state, the cleansing process may occur. You will not do away with all the negative thoughts after meditating one time. However, with continuous meditation, you'll progress to such a state. You'll notice that following meditation, you feel peaceful. There are not a lot of thoughts circling in your brain, and you feel harmony inside. I may describe this feeling as though you've been shielded from adverse thoughts, events, and additional damaging occurrences. You feel calm and good. Occasionally, you will get into deep meditation, the theta state. You'll get so disengaged from your brain that you'll get aligned with the universe, and that will cause you to get a flash of awesome ideas. That occurs to me really frequently as I've been meditating for a while. Awesome ideas simply flow to you, and you achieve those wow moments where you can't believe that you became aware of such an astonishing thought. I likewise get reminders with meditation of what I ought to do to accomplish some certain goal. It's like the consciousness that I recognize precisely what I ought to do and keeps reminding me of things I'd forget otherwise. As soon as you begin implementing this personal development notion, you'll get less stress, and eventually you will not get strained at all. Damaging events won't affect you as much because you'll care less about them. Your chief concentration will be on matters that are great and valuable. You'll begin feeling joy for no apparent cause. You'll catch yourself in the instance of perfect peace and happiness. It will appear that nothing is wrong in this creation and that you're the happiest individual in the world. This is a magical state that meditation produces. Such state ought to be a natural state for everybody. But to most individuals, this state is out of the question to get into because of all the negativeness in their minds. With additional practice of meditation, your intuition will heighten. You'll acquire stronger feelings from inside, warning you of or spurring you to take some action. You ought to never brush off such signs, as they'll only help you to accomplish more and become a better individual. You'll understand what foods are great for you and what foods harm you. Naturally, this won't come instantly. It might take some time, around 2 to 6 months of meditation for a few. You might stop eating meat and other foods. That's because your body tells you that you've been polluting yourself with food you don't require. The most crucial change that you'll go through is clear thinking. Because you don't have so many damaging thoughts in your brain, you'll begin seeing clean-cut pictures of any given situation. You'll understand precisely what to do and how to go about it at any given state of affairs. Definite goals assist one important purpose. They keep you proactive. With no goals, you respond to conditions and events outside things you control. With goals, you produce your own conditions and events. Therefore, you get to be a master of your destiny. By adjusting goals, you keep advancing and bettering your life. You are able to only reach destinations that you specify. Setting goals is the procedure to do that. You will not stagnate if you keep working with this personal development notion. So you got to get a plan. Arranging goals lets you accomplish more comfort in your life. The chief error individuals make is that they set goals to accomplish happiness. Happiness can't be the object of your goal. Happiness is something that you have within you all the time. Perhaps you have not attained it yet, but it's there. These general hints are organized in a sequence that will support you from considering your goals to really accomplishing them. Don't forget, these are only hints. Take what you like and try it out for a while to see what works better for you. Don't make your goals oughts or how things ought to be. Make them things the way you want them to be. Utilize a journal to track your goals journey, where you might keep daily or weekly records of your progress, including affirmations, winners, appreciations for your hard work, honors, resistances, obstacles, and so forth. Utilize your goals journal to write goals first and then to rewrite them over time. Utilize it to break your goals into steps. Critique your progress on a regular basis and jot some notes. It's very crucial to get yourself into an inspired, positive, and relaxed state prior to writing goals. A few ideas for getting yourself into a positive state include meditation, hearing inspiring music, reading something fun or funny, watching an amusing movie, taking a walk in a beautiful place, exercise, or prayer. After getting into a great mental and emotional state, begin your brainstorming. Write all likely goals quickly with no editing or criticism. You may review and prioritize later. Right now, you want to be as creative and as original as you want to be, or as possible. Here are a number of likely areas of your life to consider when you're developing your goals list. Jobs, financial, relationship, loved ones, your home, your friends, personal development, wellness, appearance, possessions, fun and recreation, travel, spiritual, self-respect, and service and community. Goals fall under variable periods of time like immediate goals, 30-day goals, 6-month goals, 1-year goals, 5 years, 10 years, or more. Make certain you achieve what you want in the time frame you arranged. When authoring your goal, state it like it has already occurred. Put your goals in words that presume that you already have accomplished them. For instance, I now have a car. But even more than that, instead of saying I now have a car, you want to say I now have a 2014, say the year, say the color, say how many doors it has, say what color the interior is, say what, where it's parked. I mean, you want to be specific as possible when it comes to your goals and what you want to have and how you want things to be. To get you passionate, invested, and motivated, add emotional language to your composed goals. Here's an illustration. I absolutely adore and am energized about my beautiful new house in the hills, which is much more passionate than I like my new house. As your subconscious manifests things literally, you need to compose specific detailed goals. Utilize language that's clear in describing exactly what it is you wish. Compose in favorable terms rather than negative ones. Check in with yourself to make certain that you're considering what you truly want. Frequently, we try to please other people at our own expense. You won't be successful attempting to reach goals your parents, spouse, or other acquaintances or relatives wish for you. Think about your most crucial values and beliefs when developing your goals. For example, if you value freedom, your goal might be to be self-employed. If security is what you value, you might want to work for the government where layoffs rarely occur. Pick goals that you may reach, listen them from soonest to furthest. Brainstorm and prioritize your goals and rank them from as in importance 1 out of 10 and 10 out of 10, as in must-haves, and then the less crucial goals you'll put 1 out of 10 as in something that you can get once you achieve the other goals. Break every goal down into manageable blocks, producing a step-by-step plan to accomplish it. For instance, if you require a new car, first decide precisely what color, model, year, and brand you need or want. Write this down in your goals journal. Then write the particular steps you need to get to your goal. Center yourself. Center on the things and give undivided attention to all the things that will lead you to your success. And ignore and put aside the things that will limit or prolong your chances of achieving your success, like watching TV. You ought to center on the steps that will get you quicker to your destination. You should always strive to be proactive and make things occur. Being reactive causes you to lose your centering as you're busy responding to events and conditions that's just being thrown at you. Don't let yourself get caught up and distracted with too many things. I suggest eliminating insignificant ones and centering on these tasks that will benefit you most. You might need to study the 80-20 rule to get a better understanding of how to achieve this. Remaining focused may be really hard. This leads to the question on how to remain centered on results we would like to affect and to keep the brain right on target. Exert your self-control. It's the most difficult thing in the world to remain centered, but you must force your thoughts to quit straying and return to your point. Find a purpose to help drive you. We commonly lack motivation or purpose. Purpose is like fuel in a car. Without enough purpose or reason, you probably won't get to your goal. If your purpose is big enough, then the how always handles itself. Failure isn't an option. Clear up your goal. Have a clear goal. Is your goal to have $1 million? Or is it to have a boat? Work towards your stated reason in incremental steps. Boat today, $1 million tomorrow. Or $1 million tomorrow, boat today. Repeat a focus mantra. What you think about is what comes about. As explained in the law of attraction, your brain is affectionately absorbed by this boat. You read about it, you daydream about it, you look in the papers, you travel to boat stores, and slowly but surely you produce enough thought energy that the pervasive thought to materialize all things, individuals, chances, and cash essential to bring about this boat. Along the way, you didn't even dream about having $1,000,000. You dream about the boat as your first centered goal. The notion of the boat becomes real to you in an emotional, charged up way that the $1,000,000 doesn't yet. Make sure your want and purpose is strong enough. The most crucial question to ask before you attempt to accomplish any goal is, do you truly have a strong enough want to make it? A powerful purpose that propels you, a magical gleam in the eyes when you consider it. All that is part of making it to on achieving this goal. If not, your work will be futile. Simply search deeper and keep seeking that which truly sparks your drive. So we're fighting to dream big dreams. To keep your brain centered, you need to be large, bold goals, not wimpy goals. The greater your purpose, the less trouble you'll have to accomplish what you have in mind. Take a break now and then. This helps keep you centered and refreshes your mind. It's advised you take a 5-minute break each half hour. Know where you are and know how long it's going to take to get to where you want to be. One ought to have an ideal short, middle, and long-term goals in the back of your mind. Short-term goals might involve a matter of a couple of months or longer. Endeavor to accomplish and do your best inside a required time frame. This helps cut down complacency and likewise wards off procrastination. Constantly remember that procrastination is the stealer of time. Keep away from delaying any of your actions by leaving affairs to be done for tomorrow, next week, next month, and so forth. Instead, do them today, right now, this second, and then move on to the next project. Get over your fear. Fearful individuals are never successful. Fear keeps them from doing anything. Fear constantly stops progress and stalls individuals. The fastest way to carry out this personal development idea is by confronting fear. All the same, the simplest way to do away with fear is by understanding that you're in control of everything. You always manifest your principal mental state. The world you see around you is the expression of how you feel inside. When you comprehend this, you will not fear anything, as you'll know that you are able to produce everything you wish by altering your mental state. Be real. In order to defeat your fear and make it trivial, you have to either make it little or make your dreams bigger. When I initially began to make a living on my own, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was coping with my own mind ghosts for the first time. It's solely in hindsight that I'm able to see what got me through it all. Even while I didn't know precisely what steps to take, it was my single-mindedness that kept me proceeding. I was besieged by my own fear. However, I knew what I wanted, so I continued. Remember, you're in charge of your brain and what goes on inside. Have a deep look at your ideas and see how you're looking at what you wish and what you don't wish. You might see them, hear them, or even feel them. It does not matter which. The crucial thing is that you learn to enlarge that wish and shrink what you don't wish. I'm not talking about brushing aside the bad stuff in your brain, simply making it insignificant for now. You are able to always reverse the procedure later if you wish. Whatever you feel may be altered. How you feel, it may be altered. You're in total control. The only issue is that most individuals aren't willing to claim their power and take responsibility. Acceptance. The first time I was asked to do an audio interview, I was anxious. However, I knew that in order to achieve my goal, it was inevitable. I had to do it eventually. Thinking like this quieted me and got me pumped up about this interview. I was considering what I wanted. It doesn't matter if you're considering making a living doing what you adore or simply desiring to have an in-demand blog or whatever makes you tick. This is among the chief ways I defeat my own fears day in, day out. I admit that they are there. I look at where I wish to go and I move ahead without thinking much about it, as if I already know where I will have to go. There's no reason to second guess, and it will simply just hold me back. Regardless of how afraid I am, it works for me. If I'm always truthful with myself, I know where I want to go and I know what I need to do to get there. Any fear is trivial, and if it's holding me back, it's a waste of time. Everybody deals with fear, but successful individuals take action and are willing to deal with failure and whatever foul things might occur. The only downside of doing things this way is that it doesn't work on matters that I'm not passionate about. For instance, I'm a little bit grossed out by insects, spiders, and the like, but I have no motivation to do away with fear as it's not relevant for me. So how to make fear trivial? By now, I'm certain you're already acquainted with how you're able to overcome your fears and make them trivial, but there's still room to make it easier. If a fear emerges, consider where you want to go. If you resolve you're moving in the right direction, recognize the fear and continue moving forward. This procedure calls for courage to begin with, but when you're comfortable with it, it gets easier to believe that it works. Why is it that when you walk down the street and run into a sign that states construction, stay out, you directly consider the best way to get around it and continue moving forward? But when you're heading for a more satisfying life and something stands in your way, you stop dead. It's because of your upbringing, your programming, and your affiliations that you've made in life. You can change all that. Remember, you have the ability to do whatever you want. There are no excuses. Every time I confront one of my fears, it shrivels and finally disappears. The most difficult part is doing it the first couple of times. To muster up the courage to get going, I look at the options of buckling under to my fear or moving through it. Life nearly always looks greater when you confront your fears. If I buckle under my fear, I live a life of sorrow. If I confront my fear, I continue growing and moving towards a more fulfilling life. A rough illustration, but I think you're able to see how I frame matters in my own brain. You have to discover a way to incite yourself. It begins by taking action and learning how your brain works. It's simple to believe that your brain, your thoughts, your feelings are in command, but if that's real, why is it that you're able to observe your thoughts and feelings when you're totally present? How can your thoughts be in control if there is an overseer watching them? They can't. Breathe, relax, be in the now, and become the observer. Be grateful. Gratitude brings you more and greater things you're grateful for. This is because the universe reacts to your gratitude and giving more of what you're thankful for. Being grateful is the reason. Getting more of what you're giving thanks for is the effect. Each action has a particular reaction. Consequently, gratitude has this particular reaction that may never be changed. Gratitude is a really powerful force that reaches the object to which you're thinking immediately. It likewise gets you into a harmonious state aligned with the universe. This puts you in a flow of life, causes you to develop a success with ease. Give thanks. Among the best things that you're able to do is have gratitude for everything that you have, everything that you've done, for all the individuals in your life, and for the procedure of unfolding and the development. It's crucial. Gratitude is among the higher vibrations in this life, and it draws in a super flow in your life. Without gratitude, one may get arrogant and isolated. Till you truly look at all that you have and treasure all that you have been given, things may be non-meaningful. Did you have anything to do with your appearance, or your eye color, or your utterly healthy body, or where you were born? Not at all. Have thankfulness for all that has been produced for you. Think that you are able to see distinctly the trees and beauty around you, that you are able to take a breath of fresh air at the day, and just where you are, you're capable of so many things. Be thankful for the knowledge that you have been presented or that you've learned. Be thankful that you have so many individuals who love you deeply and profoundly. Be thankful for each experience that has strengthened you and shaped you into the individual you've become. It's easy to say that I did this all, but there are so many individuals who have contributed both knowingly and inadvertently to your success, your emotional support, balance in life, and your power. There's a force right now in your life that holds you on a track. Be aware of that. There are individuals that you meet who have a deep effect on you in one meeting. There are others that you formulate relationships with over time. There are instructors who are great, but you don't truly know their effect till many years later. There are guides who have been fortunately placed on your path at simply the right time to comfort you and fortify you. There are several who respect you simply just because of who you are, what you say, and how you've touched their lives. Have thankfulness for all these people. With a spirit of gratitude, you'll be able to call things to you before they even became known. That gratitude states to the universe that you're open to getting and have already received something in your heart. You put into action a reason and effect that the universe produces according to your prompting and gratitude. The gratitude pulls it in like a magnet. When you wish to produce and receive, thank the universe for bringing it to you before it occurs, and it will be manifest for you. Thanks for healing me. Thanks for bringing in the correct person for me. Thanks for my home with the big windows. Put it out with gratitude and remain open for it, and it's on its way. It may take some time, but it'll arrive right on time, as soon as the set of conditions have come together to provide you with the absolute best results. Oh, and in another matter of gratitude, you have to feel it. You can't just pretend. When you have gratitude, there's a power shift change to a greater vibration in your body that interacts with the universal power. Without that shift modification of energy, you will not manifest it the way you wish. Without thankfulness, very likely there will be a stagnancy of anything new that might come for you. And occasionally, you experience a reversal, as if you're not grateful for what you have, it begins to leave. Practice gratitude today. Take nothing for granted. This moment is so brief. Make a list of 10 things right now that you are thankful and grateful for. Say it and read it aloud daily. It only takes a few minutes to alter your thinking and therefore your receiving. Visualize. This personal development idea will keep you advancing in life and presenting you clues and opportunities to accomplish what you are visualizing. If you bear in mind one image for a while without being distracted, you'll bring that picture into manifestation. After visualization, you might begin seeing clues as to what you have to do to achieve your desires. Make sure to act on them to bring your visualization into truth. You ought to be aware that this personal development idea doesn't work alone. If your constant psychological state is negative, 10 minutes a day of visualization won't bring you success. This is because when you visualize your wants, your negative frame of mind serves like an obstacle preventing you from acquiring what you wish. What you visualized has already manifested in the intangible world, yet the manifestations are precluded from reaching you because of your mind. Therefore, if you're still negative, you first off need to work on your mental state. Once your brain becomes neutral or positive, visualization will act as the acceleration of the manifestation of your goals. So you have to see it. Write down everything that you ever wanted. Plow ahead and have a blast. There's no limits. Go crazy. Get nuts with it. There's no limits to what you can have in your life. Simply suppose that you have your fairy godmother that may grant you any wish you call for, and you are able to have utterly anything that you ever wanted. You think that's impossible? I think not. Simply write down whatever comes to your mind that you want. Things, individuals, places you wish to go, things you wish to do, individuals you want to meet, your dreams, and so forth. Put down at least 50 things that you always wanted. Even if you got to scroll through a catalog or just do a search online, that's what I did. I went through catalogs, I went through magazines, I went crazy. So here's the part where you have to do some work. However, did I mention that it's fun? Have that list of things you always wanted, read through the list of things that you want, consider them, and then prioritize them. Now, purchase a board. It may be a sticky board or a cork board or simply a piece of cardboard. You just need a board where you are able to stick these pictures. Get your magazines and scissors and begin snipping pictures that you're able to relate to your list. Once you have enough pictures, stick those pictures up on the board, and then you'll have your vision board now set up. Now look at your vision board a lot and really see yourself in the situations you want to bring about. Remember to stay in a positive mindset. So to wrap up, discipline is really crucial to the procedure of self-improvement. Your entire life will be so much better if you conquer yourself. When you master self-control, you will become a totally different person. You will understand so much more than you understood before. You'll be able to arrange goals and really accomplish them. Your fears will be gone and an entire new life will be ahead of you. So how to go about it? You first of all need to comprehend that you are not your emotions. You're not your thinking. You're not your ego. You're part of a total consciousness. Thinking, self-control, and emotions were given to you as tools to utilize in this life. You're not any of these things. When you comprehend this and control all your aspects, you'll conquer yourself. You'll become totally disciplined and you will be able to accomplish whatever you want. Individuals commonly desire fast results, but when they find out what is involved in accomplishing them, they are put off by the entire process of self-improvement. If you feel this way, attempt to recognize what awesome benefits you will get when you make huge steps in personal development. Now it's up to you to choose if you still wish to accelerate your personal development. This is really an exciting path, but it does call for work on your part. Okay, there it is, folks. I hope you got a lot out of it. It's vital that you become rich and successful inside before you attempt to chase your dream on the outside. I'm telling you, it'll be far more easier if you work from the inside out. At the link below this video, you can learn more about the forgotten laws of success. It'll help you take control of your financial destiny. This is a watershed moment in your life. From here, there are 3 paths you can take. 1, you can bury your head in the sand as the economy collapses and takes down your savings and your job with it. You could choose to ignore it. I hope that things will recover and life will resume as normal. Chances are most of us cannot really afford to do that. 2, you can try to figure all this out on your own. You can grumble about how personal development and the law of attraction is a sham, or you whine about how it'll take forever to do it this way. You have to realize that forever will pass you by anyway. The question is, what are you going to do in the meantime, between time? Or 3, you could take control of your financial life. You can get the guidance and advice that will amplify the law of attraction and put you on the path to quick and lasting prosperity. The forgotten laws will introduce you to a reality where money, health, and love are in limitless abundance. So at the very least, click the link below this video and check it out and make the decision on whether or not to include it in your life. Either way, you must choose, and the choice is yours and yours alone. I hope you enjoyed this reading and this video. Like and share this video. You should also click subscribe so that you'll be updated every time I do a new video. You can also connect with me on Facebook at Think Bold with John. There should be a link in the description box that you can be easier. That way you just click on it and just like the page. So yeah, this is John Dorsey and from workingonlineinhome.com. And that's it. Until next time, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and the knowledge to have both.